Hey folks, hope you're having a good day. Today we're going to continue our very first playthrough of Nebulous Fleet Command. By playthrough, it doesn't really have a campaign yet. The game's still in early access and there's lots of features still to be added, but I want to make sure that we're finished with the tutorial. Yeah, we're still going through the tutorial, so we're going to do tutorial missions today, and then if we have time, we're going to work on doing a skirmish against the AI. Let's get into... So we did... Last time we did interface and basic maneuvering, weapons employment, damage control, sensors, and electronic warfare. Today we're going to do advanced maneuvering.
Space is vast, Commander. There's usually no cover, and if you're lucky, you can see a threat coming kilometers away. Knowing how to move your ship is one thing, but knowing the right maneuver will make sure you come out on top. You can definitely make it out of a fight in one piece without using advanced maneuvers, but you'll see quite a good drop in repairs if you employ them correctly.
Repairs? Interesting.
Before we get started, let's order the Dusty Tome to enter formation with the small beginnings, so we can see how these commands affect other ships in the formation when issued to the guide ship.
Yeah, let's...
Warming up.
That's fine.
Now let's try our first new command. Select the A&S Dusty Tome and open the action menu.
I like the action menu is none of the Dusty Tome at once.
All of the commands we'll learn about in this lesson can be found under the Move submenu. The ALD, or Assume Lead command, will cause the formation that this ship is in to restructure itself with the selected ship as the new guide ship. Issue this order now.
I'm trying to... Each of these things has a hotkey printed underneath it. I don't know what that caret means, though. Is that like Alt-F? No, that seems to be... Because I think the plus is Shift. Alright, we're just going to do it through the menu for now.
Forming up.
It's not uncommon for the guide of the formation to come under fire first, as it's usually the most important ship, making it a prime target. Should it become disabled, its escorts will hold position around it. Sometimes you want them to hold the line, but there's other times that you need to sacrifice that disabled ship to save the others. When you have a large formation, the Assume Lead command will save you precious time reorganizing the formation around a new ship that can lead the survivors to safety. It's a lifesaver, literally.
That's pretty cool.
Since the Dusty Tome is the guide now, let's keep it selected and start covering the rest of the orders. Open the action menu in the Move submenu. We'll first cover the ORB, or Orbit command. This command is useful for keeping your ships moving continuously around a target without having to make hard direction changes constantly. Select it now, but don't issue the order yet.
Orb?
This is a two-stage command, just like the formations. The first task is to select the orbit anchor, or the position the ships will travel around. Let's set our anchor near the enemy target. Once you have selected the orbit anchor, we'll determine the radius and the angle of the orbit. Notice that when you change the angle of the sphere widget, a dotted line now appears. The dotted line denotes the actual path that the ships will follow. The arrow near your cursor denotes the direction that they will follow along the path. This is determined by the side of the sphere your cursor is on relative to your ship. Go ahead and issue the order now. Make sure there are no obstacles in the path. The circle will turn red if the ship might hit something in its orbit. If you want, you can open fire on the target you're orbiting to see how your guns will behave.
Give me the option to open fire, but saying if you want to? What would I not want to open fire? Okay, let's take a look.
Engaging.
Just do guns. Let me try to see if I can do guns from both ships.
Firing on that target.
Are they both shooting guns?
Ready whenever you are.
I think the other ship didn't shoot.
Engaging. Standing by.
This ship also stopped shooting for some reason.
Engaging.
Maybe he's out of arc? Oh, the cannon's recharging. Guess it's got a slow cycle time. There it goes. Okay, now it's firing.
Waiting for your orders, Commander. Ready.
Alright, firing at the target.
The real utility of the orbit command is that it keeps your ships moving while keeping a side facing the target on the inside, allowing most weapons a good angle at the target. If you just drive a course, you'll eventually have to turn your ships around, or you'll lose the target behind an obstacle, or just slowly start to mask certain weapons as the angle increases. This will cost you valuable time while the turrets swing around. Orbits help prevent this.
That's cool.
The downside, of course, is that your ships will be exposing the same armor to the enemy constantly, allowing them to whittle it down before they lay in heavy munitions. You'll also be presenting a good angle for radar returns, meaning you might be an easier target. You can orbit this target as long as you like, and play with the weapons. When you're ready, issue a drive course order to get our ships heading off into open space, so we can try the remaining commands.
Ready.
What is a drive course? Oh, that's the just point them in a direction. I'm gonna wait for these to actually orbit the target one time before I do the drive course order. So we're just gonna chill here for a minute and watch our ships. Let's zoom in. See what the ANS Dusty Tome is. We see all the maneuvering thrusters firing on the side as it turns. Those thrusters can actually take damage and affect the ship's maneuverability, which I think is kind of cool. What are we shooting at here, by the way? It's a Rains class frigate, I guess.
We're ready whenever you are.
Wonder if there's a way I can see their current movement orders. Doesn't seem like it. Shows me like where they're shooting and what their current heading is, but it doesn't show me that their orbit.
Standing by.
Anyway, I think we get the idea. Let's go ahead and move on.
Course laid in.
Alright, 2 more commands to cover. Both are very situational, but you'll be glad you've got them in your tool belt. Better to have it than not have it at all. Open the action menu to the Move submenu, and locate the HDG, or heading command. The distance you draw the sphere widget out to doesn't matter here, as we're picking a direction instead of a position. Select a direction that is different from the course the formation is currently driving.
I didn't understand what you wanted me to do because I was busy clicking on this thing.
Heading there now, Commander.
Issue a hold heading order to the ANS Dusty Tome. Okay. That's H.
Aye, Commander.
Notice how the entire formation is turning to face that direction, but continue to move along in its ordered course. A modified movement order like this is indicated with a blue box around the movement status icon.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so it has this to indicate that the heading is modified, and then it has a little indicator if you zoom in here that shows the actual indicated heading. Over here, in the tactical view, it doesn't really give an indication.
We're ready whenever you are. Waiting orders.
Anyway, they're moving while facing a heading.
Normally your ships will turn into any course they are following, as this allows them to use their main engines and provides the best acceleration. However, when withdrawing under fire, this can expose the main engines, and especially the drive module in the reactor, directly to enemy fire. The hold heading order is useful to keeping the bow pointed towards the enemy, protecting your most vital components during retreat. To cancel a hold heading, as well as the next command we'll talk about, use the CLR or clear command under the move submenu. Clear the heading hold now. The last command we'll cover is the ROL, or roll command. We'll do this for the ANS small beginnings this time. Select the ship and select the order now. The roll command will allow you to select a new direction for the ship to use as its up direction. Move the mouse around the widget and click the left mouse button to select a new up direction.
Roger that.
Ordering a ship to roll may seem trivial, but like I've said, your radar panels may get taken out by enemy fire, If this is a scout or a spotting ship and it needs to provide targeting data right now, rolling the ship over to expose the functioning panels may be necessary. Also notice that the small beginnings rolled independently of the guide ship, but is still keeping formation.
That's pretty cool.
A roll order can also be cancelled with the clear command. And that's it. It may seem simple, but if you use any of these little tricks right, you'll start seeing a difference. I'll see you at the academy.
Okay, that was it for this training. We've eliminated the ANS shaky divide. Very good. Bonus. Okay. Campaign tutorial. Advanced missile tactics. This is the fun one. And this is the last in our tutorial series before we move on to an actual engagement against the AI.
Out here in the cold void, missiles are like diamonds. They're valuable and scarce, and you won't be able to refill your cells under most circumstances. Unless you want to wind up with empty launchers while your enemy is fully stocked, you'll need to learn how and when to use them. You can always come back here to practice with missiles, but I can also give you a rundown of what you can throw downrange. You want to take the reins and practice, or would you like me to guide you through it? I've got plenty of time.
I think we're gonna do the guided instruction.
Sounds good. Let's get you familiar with advanced missile operations. The enemy ships in this scenario won't shoot back at your ships, but they are all equipped with different types of point defenses, so it won't be as easy to hit them as last time. There are 5 enemy ships in the battle space, but we can only see 3 of them right now. I've disabled your drives for this, as you'll get the most training out of your current position. No cheating and all that.
Disabled my drives. Okay, so 3 of them. Okay, so we're gonna be using the missiles to scout, which is kind of fun.
We'll start by firing 2 command-guided missiles, the Hurricanes, from the ANS small beginnings at the group of 2 ships directly ahead of us.
Target locked.
Oops.
Missile away.
Okay, so we should be firing 2 Hurricanes. Okay, we see that it's got a Guardian point defense, which is the Sea-Wiz gun. Oh, and it also deployed chaff.
This is the same as during the weapons trial, except now we're going to test the target's defensive capabilities. As a side note, you can track all missiles with your camera by selecting them, or just hover over them with your mouse and hitting the F key. Don't worry if the missiles get shot down on their way in. Targets have their point defenses on the ventral side of the ships, and since we're below the targets, we're at a disadvantage.
Are we below the target? Oh, whenever I'm shooting at the wrong target.
We could
I guess it
have
doesn't matter.
the elevated position on the targets, but trust me when I say that they can roll their ships to cover the angle much faster than we can get into a more advantageous position. You may recall from the weapons trial that I mentioned you can plot complex paths for certain missiles to follow. We're going to work up some clever missile strikes. The easiest way to lay in missile paths is in the tactical view. Toggle it with the spacebar and keep it up. We'll need the extra space. In the weapons trial, we were always using track mode, and in one case visual mode, to target our weapons. Some weapons, and especially missiles, also have a position mode that lets us directly choose points in space to shoot at. Because the Hurricane missiles rely on a constant sensor track from their launching ship, they can't be shot at positions. So let's switch over to the Dusty Tome, which is carrying Thunderheads.
Go ahead, Command.
To target the weapons in position mode, open the action menu by right-clicking in open space. Don't right-click on a track, as this will put the weapons in track mode. Open the weapons list by clicking the Weps or Weapons button on the right side of the action menu. From the list, select the SGM-206 Thunderhead, but don't confirm a launch order just yet. You'll recognize the sphere widget from when we used it briefly in some of the previous trials, but we're going to get a lot of mileage out of it now. There are a few things to notice. The first is the red cone at the cursor location. This represents the missile's seeker field of view. When the missile reaches its last waypoint, its seeker will activate, and any target in that cone will be locked on by the missile. It's important to remember that the missile seeker and warhead are inactive until it reaches the last waypoint. Because of this, it's important to leave space between where you place the last waypoint and the intended target. A good buffer will allow the missile to correct its course and establish a good path to intercept the target. The next thing you'll notice is the dotted lines and the circles projected onto the surface of the sphere. These are present because we're currently holding several enemy tracks on our sensors. It's very easy to get fooled by perspective in 3D space. These tracks are projected onto the sphere, so you have a good point of reference for the direction the track's relative to your cursor.
That's cool.
The most effective way to aim at your target correctly is to look at its projection on the sphere, not the target itself.
Okay.
Before we get to the complicated stuff, just try firing a single missile at the group of 2 ships by positioning the cursor inside one of their projected circles and clicking the left mouse button.
Sending it.
Unless you're extremely lucky, this missile will likely be shot down on its way in. Point defenses are no joke.
Maybe there's a missile. See what it looks like once it acquires a target. I think that's showing me the heading of the missile. I think it got shot down. I switched views at the wrong time, so I couldn't actually... Camera controls are a little bit awkward in this game. Okay, yeah, it got shut down by enemy flak, it looks like.
Now let's use cruise missiles to their full advantage by laying a path that attacks these ships from the top, where they have no point defense coverage. Start up another missile order, and I'll walk you through creating a path and taking multiple shots from the same order. We're going to arrange a top-down attack using Thunderhead missiles. Remember to be in the tactical view to get the most information and see the projected lines. In order to help you out for this one, I'll place markers for the waypoints we'll use. Place waypoints just how you would with ships. Position the cursor in the vicinity of waypoint 1, and hold the left shift key while clicking the left mouse button to add the waypoint. Don't worry about being exact, anywhere in the vicinity will work. Now do the same for waypoint 2. If you find it helpful, you can lay in your own path to reach the elevation we need to land a good hit. Now comes the tricky part. We want to fire 4 missiles down on top of these ships. In order to do so, position the target circle so it's facing the targets. Then, hold left control to draw the radius out until it's about halfway between your last waypoint and the target. Remember to give some relief space between the selected position and the target, so the seeker has time to activate. Take your time, and remember to reference your cursor against the projected circles, not the tracks themselves. When you're ready to start placing shots, hold the left Alt key and click the left mouse button. 1 missile will be fired per click when the order is finally issued. I recommend spreading the shots out in a cone a few degrees across, so the salvo has better odds of finding the target. An added benefit of this is that when missiles acquire a target, they'll curve back in on a trajectory that naturally confuses any point defenses they may encounter. To issue the order, either click the left mouse button with the left Alt key released, or press the Enter key if you have queued up exactly the number of missiles you want. We'll wait till you score a hit on one of these 2 ships before proceeding.
Missile out.
Don't worry if you don't get any hits, just try again. It's not like these things are expensive.
Okay, here goes the missiles. Let's see if we get anything. So here's waypoint 1. You can actually follow the missile here. We'll follow the second missile, so we can also see the first missile easily. Did we miss? I think we missed. I mean, it's nice that they're wasting a lot of PC ammo on a missile that missed. That's useful, I guess.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
How can we help today, Commander?
Okay, it's a shame that we missed, though. Alright, let's try that again.
Ready.
Tactical view. Why isn't it giving me the... It's like it's not giving me the right angle. Okay, lock azimuth. Let's try this. There we go. There we go. Okay, we got a waypoint. Azimuth, if you're not familiar with the term, the term is like the horizontal direction. Okay, so let's... Azimuth is going to be this way, since that's where the guide ship... That's wrong. Why does that look... That looks very wrong. I think this should do it, maybe? Yeah, we're gonna try that.
Sending it.
I hope it doesn't take me that long to plot missile courses in a real battle. Holy cow. That's definitely something we're gonna need to practice. I just realized my chat's not up, by the way. There we go. Oh, it like forgot my graphics settings. Oh, maybe we got a hit. No. Completely missed. But why? The defenses didn't confuse them. They just missed. I think the thing that's confusing me a little bit is after initially I get the track showing where the enemy is, right? But after I... Okay, so this is the heading. Okay, there's a waypoint. My heading's locked again. There we go. Okay, now this is the tricky part that I can't figure out. How do I get this to line up? Here it's giving me a thing, but there it doesn't give it to me. Okay, okay. Okay, so what's happening here is this is outside the sphere. In other words, the missiles are too far ahead. When I back this up, now I have a way that the missile can point towards the target, but I have to line this up with the yellow cone. Now if I do it back here, then I got both of them. So I think that's what I want. And the thing's turned yellow, so I actually have an indicator. I'm feeling good about this one. Let's do 3 missiles. Oops.
Sending it.
Hopefully don't run out of missiles before the end of training. I don't know, it's a thing that can happen. Okay, so here we go, here we go. Here we go. Turning downward, can we hit the target? Come on, come on. Yes! Yes! Beautiful. Okay.
Now we're talking. Attacking ships from top and bottom limits the number of mounts that can defend against the attack. It also has the added benefit of increasing the surface area of the vital internal components which are exposed to your fire, meaning more damage is more likely to be done once the missile connects. I'll be honest, Commander, I made you do this one the hard way so you could get some practice with the sphere widget on a target you could see. You can also accomplish the same thing using target reference points, which you can find under the signal menu as the TRP button. We won't do it now, but feel free to practice on your own.
Wait, we won't?
They allow you to create a single waypoint for some missiles to travel via when firing on a track, but keep in mind that not all missiles support this.
Okay, we'd have to practice at the end to see if we can figure out the TRPs.
The A&S Fatal Spell is carrying a few SGM-233 Gale semi-active guided missiles.
5x5.
Semi-active missiles have a passive
I like these
feature
ship
that
names.
require an illuminator to home in on a target. Think of this like a radar flashlight. The illuminating signal can be provided by any ship, not just the ship that launched the missile. But that signal must be painted on a target for the missile to home in on it. Without it, the missile is just an expensive dud. The benefit of semi-active missiles is that they are significantly harder to jam or decoy, because a ship can output much more energy than a missile can. Illuminators can be found in the action menu under the EW weapon list on the right-hand side. Illuminate a target.
Okay.
Buzzer's on.
Your illuminator has a 90-second firing time before it turns off so the amplifiers can cool down. Before it cools down, fire 4 Gale missiles at the target you have illuminated.
Missile out.
Here we go. Adjusting my view slightly here because I just realized I couldn't see the entire screen because I couldn't see the B short command. Okay, the ship is shooting them down, but it looks like we're on the right track. That would miss because of the chaff. That would also miss because of the chaff. That's okay. Or maybe because the illuminator stopped. No, I think the illuminator's still active.
The illumination signal turns off before the missiles arrive. They will lose tracking and
This green cone is the illuminator, I think.
direction, so stationary targets may be struck, but at this point, it's just luck. Illuminators also require a direct line of sight to their target. Ships obscured by asteroids won't be painted. Now let's get some more practice with using waypoint paths. There are 2 more enemy ships hiding in the radar shadows of the nearby asteroids, meaning Another benefit of cruise missiles and their ability to follow past is that you can shoot at targets you suspect to be in the area but do not hold a track on. This is good for hitting ships that have retreated behind an asteroid or other obstacle hiding from our sensors. Use the thunderheads on any of the ships to hit the target hiding near the point I've indicated.
See which ones actually have thunderheads. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna try to use a TRP. We're gonna see if we can figure that out.
traffic.
Signal? No. Okay, never mind. We're not using TRPs. I guess we have to do that on our own. Warning collision. What am I colliding with? Okay, so let's do it. Oh, there's another. Okay, so heading that way. Wonder how sharply the missiles can turn. Alright, that should be good, I think, for the first waypoint. And then... Okay, I think that should be good.
Sending it.
Where's the missiles? There they are. Those guys are shooting at them, but they're not hitting anything. Interesting. So in the future, if I'm actually fighting a real opponent, I might want to fire a couple missiles at an oblique angle before I fire at the actual ship. Just to make sure that they... Are we hitting anything? I think we missed. Okay, we see the PDS fire coming in. Oh, one of them hit. Or one of them's heading the right way anyway. Didn't hit, but we actually saw that... We saw where that enemy ship was, though. I should have... is there a way I can mark him somehow? No. Darn. Okay.
Send your traffic.
Try to do a little bit lower this time to give him less time to react. And also, actually, let's go from underneath so that the other ships don't fire at the target. Or don't fire at the missile, rather. That's not exactly what I wanted. Okay. Okay, now it put me on a level with that, so that's fine. I think this should work. One missile. 2 missiles. Let's fire 3.
Sending it.
Aiming the wrong way there, am I? Well, I'll find out in a minute. Have you played this game before, Durandal? How's it gone? Then cool. Maybe you could give me some tips on how to aim correctly then. I think I... Let's see what the missiles do here. I kind of think that I might have them in the right. Because I set another waypoint where they're... No, you're right, they're going the wrong way. Is there a way I can mark... We didn't see where the actual... Okay, well, so much for that. Let's try again. Okay, so...
Command.
Picking ship 2. I'm gonna do top-down first. Got the heading locked. The target bearing will turn yellow if the seeker comes to see it. I thought it was yellow. Too far. Oh, it gives me a warning if it's over 14,000 meters. That's cool. Okay, so there's the heading. We could tell because the projection is there. Okay, there we have a... It does turn yellow. So we think this is correct. Does this look right to you? I think that's right, isn't it? Okay.
Sending it.
Assuming it doesn't get shot down, of course. Oops. A question for you if you know the answer. When you spot a target using a missile, why did it only shoot one missile here? I thought we shot 2 of them. One of the other ships shot down the other missile. Curses. Okay. Anyway, question was, if the missile spots an enemy that I can't see otherwise, can I mark that enemy's position somehow while the enemy ship is in view? Is it going upward? Is it going the right way? Okay, I think that was on track that time. We didn't hit it because of the PDS from our multiple defenders here. But I think that was a good shot. Let's see if we can replicate that performance. You mark free positions in space with a signal menu, but that's turned off in the tutorial for some reason. Okay. Well, so let's try to get... It's interesting that they put this on the same side as the other 2 defenders, because it makes it hard for me to route this. Which, I mean, in an actual battle you'd have to do, right? But I feel like it's having me try to figure out multiple things at once here. How do I dodge the flak from these guys while also... What's going on here? Okay. Heading this way. Let's make the heading a little more this way. Well, these guys don't have defenses on top, right? So let's go from the top first. We could go over the asteroid and then come around, I think, maybe. Okay, so heading goes this way. If this isn't too much distance, we'll see in a second. Trying not to get it too high up. And then heading... This is like way far away. Okay, there we go. Now we're going almost directly downward. I have a feeling that this is the wrong heading. Yeah. Definitely is. Okay, that's... good. Heading-wise. Oh, here we go. Collision with the asteroid warning. Oh, it's going down through the asteroid. We're gonna have to... I think the reference bearing is actually on the other side of the asteroid from my current waypoint. Yeah, so I have to do another one. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, let's fire 4 of them. Gonna restart the tutorial. We screw this up.
Firing a missile.
Thunderheads are actually surprisingly smart about avoiding rocks, but I still don't trust them. Makes sense. Okay, here we go. Okay, we do see some point defense coming up. I was kind of hoping we could avoid that entirely. Okay, we did get above their level now. That's good. We're probably going to pass through it again on the way down, maybe. I hope that we're not beyond our range. We'll see. Cutting it close there, boy. That's kind of cool how it like loops over the edge of the asteroid. You're definitely right. There definitely is some collision avoidance there. They're like looping through that waypoint, and then downward, hopefully towards the target. It's incredibly bad at deflection shots. Yeah, I noticed that. Okay, yeah, we're definitely on target here. Look at this. This is like watching a World War II Japanese dive bomber or something. It's pretty cool. Awesome. Sweet. Okay. Hiding at the target, so we hit that target.
View to give yourself the best perspective.
Thanks for your help, by the way.
Line your paths so the missiles will turn on their seekers before reaching the target. They'll need time and space to identify a target. While hiding behind asteroids can help you remain hidden from the enemy, it also gives the attacker an advantage. Cover can be a double-edged sword at the worst of times.
Okay.
By hugging the asteroid closely with your missile's flight paths, you can give the point defenses less time to react before they do.
Oh, interesting.
That means less distance the missiles have to travel through defensive fire.
Interesting.
Good strike! There's one more ship hiding up near Point Boxer, above the large asteroid. For this one, I'll hide the marker after a few seconds, so get a good feel for where it is. This will be your hardest shot yet, so make me proud.
How do I tell how many missiles I have left? I think it'll show me here, right? 13. I still have plenty of missiles. Okay. Nothing to worry about. Alright. So, heading that way. Asteroid is no. Okay, heading's still locked on the correct trajectory. Gonna do multiple waypoints here just to make sure. Feeling good about this one, let's go. That's so cool that you can arc missiles around things.
Sparse.
Been haunting tutorial streams for a purpose since the game just misses some stuff due to the rush to get it out. Oh, okay. Are you like a developer or something, if you don't mind me asking? Or just a experienced player? Okay, we see one of our missiles going down, 2 missiles shut down. So explaining stuff, devs do poke into streams a lot though. Okay, cool. Okay, so I think our missiles were on track, but all 4 of them got shot down, unfortunately. I'm gonna try something a little unorthodox. This is a tactic that I've been thinking about from like Starfleet battles that I wanted to experiment with. Go from below. Okay, hey big Galunka. Yeah, we could try that. I think these guys are gonna shoot at it if I go below though, won't they? I guess I could go kind of around this way. Okay, we got... Let's get our heading straight first. Heading's locked. I can only imagine how difficult it's going to be to do this under pressure when I have enemies shooting at me. Oh my god. Oh, can I hold fire is what I want to do. So I'm gonna plan multiple missiles. I'll show you why in a second. Let's have this. That's like 7,000 meters away, so it's half of our distance. I'm leaving a little bit of extra space here to give the missile a little bit more flight time. We're still on the right heading. Okay. Let me... There we go. Am I off? My heading must be off, right? Feels like I'm off target. It's not showing me the yellow icon. I don't know why. This is almost at the edge of our range. I don't think we're gonna have... We have just enough range to get there. Oh, do you? Okay. Okay, there we go. So, okay, my heading is a little bit off. Let's fix that. Okay, so... I'm gonna plan... 3 missiles like this.
Outgoing missile.
Okay, and I should be on hold fire, so the missile shouldn't actually launch yet, right? Okay, good. Now, what I want to do is plan a second set of missiles that's going to launch a little bit quicker that goes with the first one. Let me see if we can manage that. So... So with this second strike, I'm cutting the corner a little bit harder here. And the idea of planning these different paths, we'll see if it works or not, is to have multiple groups of missiles arriving at the target at the same time. At slightly different trajectories. There's the one, let me click on that one. There we go. Okay, so we're committing 6 missiles to this, so I hope my aim is okay. Oh, and I gotta go to weapons free. Let's try it. Okay, so we see 3 missiles going. Did I not fire the other 3 missiles? Crap. Well, so much for that. They actually didn't even make it underneath the rock. They got shot down by these guys before they even got anywhere. So, I forgot there's another ship right there. Okay, so we're not going underneath. How many more missiles do I have? I have 6 missiles left. So we're gonna go over the rock again, and I'm just gonna launch all of them this time, maybe. It did not. Weapons can't queue. Needs a second ship. Fatal spell should have a bunch. Okay.
Got you 5 by 5.
Oh, it's got multiple launchers. Okay. What's the difference between the Gales and the Thunderheads? I think the Hurricanes are the ones that are direct fire, right? That require a target lock. These are both high explosive impact. Gales are SAR, needs a lock. Thunderheads are active homing. So which one's the cruise missile? It's the Thunderheads, right?
Send your traffic.
Okay, so the Gale is the one that I have to use the Illuminator for that's not going to go around corners, if I understood correctly. Or maybe it does go around corners, but it still needs the Illuminator. Okay, thanks. So let's, we can actually fire from multiple ships at the same time to try to hit this target, so maybe let's do that. Of course, we're eventually going to run out of missiles here. Hey, Nice Trees, how's it going? Okay, this is good. Should still be... Hurricanes are command guided. Tutorial doesn't mention squalls, but they also exist. They home in active jammers. Kind of comm jammer tutorial doesn't mention can actually flatline hurricanes. I saw that on a YouTube. I was watching a couple people play on YouTube and some tutorials, and one of the guys actually had tutorials on the different missile types. So I remember the hurricane, I remember the squall, but I didn't remember the difference between the other two. A tactical view is what we need. Okay, so this guy, I'm gonna fire 4 missiles at him.
Firing the missile.
Okay, and then the Dusty Tome is also gonna fire at the same time. It's too bad we can't. I guess the target reference points are there so we can plan things like having multiple launchers fire at the same target, right? So it's unfortunate that we can't use them in the tutorial. That's kind of lame. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now this looks like it should already be lined up with the target.
Sending it.
Okay, so now Dusty Tome, weapons free.
Today, Commander.
Anus Fatal, weapons free. So they should both be launching missiles now, theoretically. Send all 30. I do want to have a couple more tries if I screw this up and get the targeting wrong. Okay, we do see multiple missile tracks going along the same direction though, so that's good. Let's watch one of the missiles that's in the middle of the pack. So far, they're defending successfully. Okay, we actually have a track on the target now. It's got one of those laser defenses. What's it called? The Mirage or whatever. Which thing is the Mirage on the target here? Is it this guy on the nose? On the top of the nose? I'm sure Mirage is the wrong. Did you guys see where the... Oh, it says good strike. I guess I did actually hit it. No, that's the first one. Okay, so that little gun on the bow was the laser defense. We might actually be able to wrap around the left side and go up from underneath. So we're going underneath the ship, but we still have to go above this guy, which was my mistake last time. So let's try to do that.
Got you 5 by 5.
Which I think you said that one of you guys said go underneath before, but I thought you meant go underneath the entire rock. That didn't work out for us, unfortunately. So we do need to get underneath the ship, though, it looks like. Okay, so that means we're gonna go... Let's put it on weapons hold. We're gonna go this way. The one ship's probably out of missiles anyway, actually. One in the fore dorsal, aft ventral arc. Or dead spat as the fore ventral. Okay. Yeah, that seemed to be the way it was from looking at the ship when we got a brief glimpse of it there. So we're gonna try to hug the rock over here. As late as possible. Okay, and now from this point we're visible to the enemy ship, so we just have to go for broke. So we got heading locked. Am I heading wrong? Where's the targeting thing? My heading must be wrong. Okay, well, let's get these guys turned around the asteroid first. I don't know why my, oh, tactical view, right. Thank you. Keep forgetting that. Let's not unlock the heading. There we go. I forgot how many missiles we have. It's weird that it doesn't show me in this view.
Sending it.
Okay, so that was the fatal spell, and then the Dusty Tome. We've only got 2 warheads left, so let's make them count. There we go.
Firing a missile.
Okay, and then this guy also needs to fire his missiles.
Our
There we go.
reserves are finished.
Okay, yeah, one of them's out of missiles. That's okay. I hope all of our missiles don't hit the rock, otherwise I'm going to be very embarrassed. And we may never finish the tutorial and have to start again. Okay, so we're looping around the rock face, getting underneath the target. Oh, it's an arc. Crap. That's not going to hit. I don't think we're going to get anything. I mean, maybe. Come on, come on, come on. Last missile. Oh, so close. Oh, that's upsetting. So where was the laser thing then? Was it underneath the... Was it the aft one that was shooting down the missiles?
Center traffic.
Okay. I think that was the front of the ship we were... There's a very narrow window just below her nose from the front she can't shoot. I think that's this direction, right? Pointing towards this side of the rock. So I was just too low. I was just too low so that the aft one was able to see. Okay, that's what I thought. So let's try one more time and hope we don't run out of missiles. I think we're gonna need like 5 of them. We also have the ANS small beginnings. I don't know how many missiles that has. To check in a second. How many of the correct type of missiles, I should say, it has. It's a tough tutorial. I didn't think we would have such tight point defense that we'd have to defeat in our tutorial mission here. I think this is the right heading. If you can't solve a problem with explosives, you can always just use more explosives. That's true. Yeah, that's probably gonna be our next attempt here, maybe. I have a feeling at this point the missiles are going to be exposed. So hopefully we're in that blind spot at this point, otherwise I think we're toast. Tactical view. Yeah, so we can go... no, there's a collision warning. So we're gonna try to fly an NOE here. Larger cell will defeat PD. Okay. Alright, we're gonna fire everything we have this time. It says that we're in arc. I'm just gonna keep pressing this button until the number stops going up. We do have a limited number of missiles on this thing, right? Alright, we're gonna just fire 80 missiles. Here we go. We might have like 1 or 2 missiles left when we're done. If they all hit the rock, it's gonna be very bad. Okay, we got like 8 missiles left if this doesn't work. To try it one more time.
Missile
Oh, one of them hit the rock. That's not good, guys. Most of them are on point, though. Some of them are getting close. They're getting progressively closer as the missiles keep coming. Come on, you can do it, guys. We just need 1 hit. We got a hit! Yes! Yes! Eat it! Eat it! Alright. That was glorious. Got a bunch of hits, too. I didn't think we were gonna get that many. I mean, we did fire like 80 missiles. I don't think this thing actually had 80 missiles. I think it just let me go. It just let me keep clicking the button over and over until... Yeah. Oh, he ran out of laser juice? I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. Good to know. Hit the ship near Point Boxer with it. We just did that. No. Don't lie to me, game. Oh god. It wants me to do it again. Oh no. Okay, what about you? Do you have any missiles? He's only got hurricanes.
How can we help today, Commander? At the ready, Commander.
So the Gales, it can't hit the target without a illuminator, right? Okay, so that's it then. We're done. We hit the target. Whatever, it's fine. Is there more tutorial than that? Do you guys know, or was that the last of it? I think that was the end of the guy said lasers have a certain firing time before they have to recharge. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so that counts as a win in my book, even though the computer doesn't think so. Just looking at time. Unfortunately, we have a couple more minutes, but I don't think that we have time to actually start a skirmish battle. Let's mess around with the fleet editor for a minute, though, and see what our options are. I'm just gonna build my first ship here real quick. Let's see what happens. Create blueprint, duplicate ship.
Oh my god, he's wet.
Hey, nice Trace, thanks for the follow. Alright, we're gonna try to start from, we only have one template, which is, I guess the template is like an existing ship design that we already have in our library. Okay, let's design a battleship. That gives me the most options, so good for learning, I think. We're gonna ditch the empty frigate for now. And I think this battleship is going to be, it doesn't give me the option to name it. New. Okay, here we go. Let's call this one the let's call this one the Naomi Nagata. There we go. Oh, but it didn't change the name. That's weird. Top. Oh, here we go. Yeah, thank you. Naomi Nagata. What's the difference between the name and the call sign? Oh, the call sign is, okay, gonna be the functional role of the ship, I guess. Alright, so the Naomi Nagata is gonna be our first experimental ship here. What do we got? Let's actually look at which mount we're mounting it on first of all. I think I want to make like a big old railgun platform because I saw that be very effective in one of the YouTube videos that I was watching. Let's figure out the weapons first, and then we'll tack on everything else that we need based on that. It says modules. Okay, weapons are all mounts, I guess. So this main mount here, I think we want this to be like a railgun. Okay, it's 300 hit points, damage resistance 30, 20 tons, crew required 15, accuracy 13 meters at 5 kilometers, 52 meters. Okay, so it has a max range basically of 52 meters-ish. Optical backup, integrated fire control, no. Ballistic magnetic 300 millimeter. This one has the same range. Talk softly and carry a big railgun, that's right. Yeah, there's one particular YouTube battle that I was watching where the guy had this one massive battleship that he had like, I think he had like 4 railguns on it. He just parked it way up at the top of the sphere above the rest of the battle, and it was just raining down projectiles the entire match, and nothing came anywhere near it. It was great. So I'm going to try to do something like that. We'll see how it works. It's probably going to get me in trouble, and I'm going to get shot a bunch of times. I'm assuming this one does more damage than the other one. Where does it actually show me like the damage? The accuracy is the same. It had a lot of point defenses too, I think. Oh, so they're the same. But this one takes more power, though. I guess what difference does it make if it's a 1x2 mount? Is it just more durable? There's also like a build points, right? 80 points. This is 50 points. 2 guns. Oh, so this is 2 weapons chained together? Yeah, let's get that. Okay, so we've got a big old railgun there. Let's do another one up here. I guess we don't have to have them both on the same side. Maybe we want one underneath. Let's have this be a railgun too. That might be a smaller mount. Nope. Doesn't give us that option. I think this one is like the additional cost of having 2 of the same system, maybe. Okay, so this is like a super railgun ship. We have no point defense on the top. I'll have to fix that. Real guns. Assume it's useful to grip these weapons somehow. I'm not sure yet. Is ammunition a compartment or a module? Assuming it's like a compartment, right? Okay. This is a basic CIC. Let's have a backup CIC somewhere, because this thing's probably going to take a lot of punishment. This looks like a magazine area. I think this is a good spot for a backup CIC. Determine how they're controlled when you give the ship orders. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. So where's the... I'm assuming I want the magazines to be near the weapon, so I'm gonna put this one here. Bulk magazine or reinforced? I mean, the railgun ammunition isn't dangerous, I'm assuming, right? Is that a wrong assumption? Oh shoot, I gotta run. I gotta wrap this up. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this stream. If you did and it's your first time checking it out, don't forget to follow, and I appreciate your help, guys, all three of you guys. And Chaos Rifle also, sorry I missed your hello earlier, so hello. If you enjoyed the stream and it's your first time checking it out, don't forget to follow, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching.